Clouds are beginning to part for the New York Mets. They've gotten strong pitching all year. That's given Terry Collins plenty of reason to smile, but now his offense is beginning to come along too. Plenty to look for in the coming days as the Mets continue their winning ways and try and make it 3 straight tonight over the Braves. At Citi Field in New York, the New York Mets play the Atlanta Braves. And a pleasant good evening, everybody, and welcome to Citi Field. Gary Cohen, Ron Darling, Keith Hernandez with you tonight as the Mets play Game 3 of their 4-game series against the Atlanta Braves. Last night, the Mets banged out a season-high 18 hits, the most they've ever had in a game at Citi Field, and Curtis Granderson's spot at the top of the lineup has really paid off for the Mets.
Well, he's become very comfortable in that position. Remember, he hit second for the Yankees most of his career over there, where he had 40 home runs 2 years in a row, hitting 300 on this homestand. 7 of his 14 home runs have either given the Met the lead and 2 have tied. But these 2 he hit in this series against the Braves, this critical series, by the way. That one right there, the opening night, the Mets fell behind late in the 8th inning, tied the ball game. They went on to win in extra innings. And then last night with the 18-hit outburst, the most the Mets have ever hit at Citi Field, he sparked the club with a leadoff home run. He is very comfortable there. He has been the spark that's gotten this offense going.
Third time Granderson's hit a leadoff home run this season. Well, the Mets have gotten 7 shutout innings from their starter each of the last 2 nights, and tonight, kind of special because Dylan Gee, for the first time in 2 months, will go back to the mound for the Mets.
You know, there are a lot of smiles in the Mets clubhouse. Dylan Gee, who's a real leader on this ball club, has not pitched since May 10th. He went out and you thought he was going to only miss a day or 2, re-aggravated that injury after a while, and has missed, boy, all of this time. But he's a guy that was your opening day starter. He's a guy that has great ability to go deep in the games, although tonight might be on a pitch limit of 95 plus.
Early in the season, the Mets faced Irvin Santana twice, and Santana pitched 2 great games against the Mets, 1 here and 1 in Atlanta.
Well, you talk to the people from the Braves, that game in Atlanta, they said was the best game he has pitched all year. He's been a little bit above 500 for his career, the free agent signing from the offseason.
So it's the Mets and the Braves continuing their series tonight at Citi Field. Mets have won 3 straight. They haven't won 4 since last season. We'll see if they can do it tonight. Astoria Bank. By your Tri-State Cadillac dealer. Visit CadillacTristate.com to search local offers and to find a local dealer near you. By the new Meadowlands Racetrack, the hottest party in harness racing. The Meadowlands Pace this Saturday, July 12th. First post 6:30 p.m. Over $2.5 million in stakes races. And by Geico. You can follow every Mets game with MLB.com at bat on your favorite mobile phone or tablet. Get live look-ins, instant replays, scores, stats, audio, free MLB.tv game of the day, and more. Download on the App Store or visit Mets.com today. Your AT&T fan photo of the game, an early appearance tonight. And that's worth an early appearance right there. Best smile in the building. Nicely done. Dylan G, his return to action. First pitch coming up from Citi Field. Verizon. Enter today for a chance to watch the Mets take batting practice on the field when you visit the Verizon studio at Citi Field or Mets.com/Verizon. Well, happy birthday. And keep your chop to yourself, but otherwise have a great time.
What's the second number? I mean, come on.
That's 12.
12? Okay. You looked around the pole?
You know, Keith always had vision. He could read the seams.
That's right.
He could read the railings.
Yeah, but I could never smell. You know, with the bat never burn. That's baloney. I don't believe a word Ted Williams said.
Major Braves starting lineup. One change tonight. Gerald Laird will do the catching after Christian Betancourt caught the first two games, but otherwise Freddie Gonzalez sticks with the same lineup. Braves have lost 3 straight after winning 9 in a row, and Dylan G will try and keep Atlanta's losing ways going.
Well, you're hoping that familiarity breeds some good feelings here for Dylan G, who has an ERA under 3 in 12 games against the Atlanta Braves. I think one of the most interesting things about any starting pitcher of G's stature that has to go and nurse an injury, rehab it, and then go down in the minor leagues and pitch. That's a great thing to get yourself in shape. But honestly, it's like a slap in the face once you come to this level, because you don't get away with some of the pitches you could use in Brooklyn, as you will, of course, against these Bravos.
And we'll take a look at your Metsy Lexus defense. Abreu in left field. Curtis stays in right field. Neuenhuis in center. You don't lose much defense with Kirk in center. And that infield has been what has been out there every day. And d'Arnaud has been catching pretty much every day.
Infield has no choice. There are no backup infield.
Yes, I understand.
You know, Gary, you were mentioning that the last 2 nights you got 7 shutout innings from Dice K, 7 shutout innings from Jacob deGrom. I think you get less from Dice K if you're Dylan G, because Dice K is a different kind of pitcher. But I think deGrom, what he did give you is that if you are ahead by 2 strikes, you can elevate that fastball and get some punch outs.
Well, deGrom last night, no walks, 11 strikeouts. He was spectacular. The only rookie pitcher in Mets history before last night to record 11 or more strikeouts and no walks in a game. Not good. When he had back-to-back 16 strikeout, no walk starts back in '84.
Everybody forgets young Dwight. It wasn't wild when he came up. He threw strikes.
He did. B.J. Upton will lead things off. B.J. had a 3-hit game last night, 4 for 11 in this series. Upton, Simmons, and Freeman for the Braves, who are a home run hitting team that recently has stopped hitting home runs, and it's coincided with the loss of Evan Gattis to the disabled list. Braves have hit just 1 home run in their last 9 games. Dylan G's first pitch since May the 10th is in for a call strike, and we're underway. G last pitched against the Phillies on the 10th of May, gave up 3 runs in 6 innings. He was pitching brilliantly when he strained that lat muscle. Tried to come back a little bit too quickly, re-injured it, and instead of it being a few days or a week, as the Mets first thought when he got hurt, it turned into 2 months. And I guess that in and of itself is instructive. Quickly ahead 0-2 on B.J. Upton, and he goes to the off-speed pitch, and it's fouled off. Well, the Mets were 10 behind when the series began. Now they're 8 behind. The Braves have slipped out of first place, percentage points behind Washington. Curveball from G is outside. Nats got rained out last night with the Orioles. They thought about doing a 2-stadium doubleheader this week, but they decided to find a mutual off day in August instead.
Yeah, August 4th, I think they're rescheduling that game for.
Oh, the old August doubleheaders. But they're going to probably be the days of the back-to-back are over. There'll probably be a day-night.
No, it's not going to be a double.
Oh,
they found a mutual off day.
Oh, they found okay.
But Ronnie and I were talking last night when they got rained out, since they're scheduled to play in Baltimore tonight, that maybe they do the 2-stadium doubleheader like the Mets and Yankees have several times. But they decided not to. Andrelton Simmons on deck. 2-2 to Upton. Foul back. She hit 91 on the gun.
The best swing I've seen in a Braves uniform by B.J. Upton.
Yes, sir. And he got 3 hits last night. 14 games in the leadoff spot, hitting .279. I think that has sparked this club.
And the curveball followed him. Full count.
Good.
Certainly he's gotten more production out of being in the leadoff spot than he had anywhere else. It's been a year and a half for B.J. now in a Braves uniform. 9th pitch of the at-bat, and Upton pops it foul back and out of play. So G having to work hard to his opening hitter. Now keep in mind, pitch count is going to be a concern for Dylan tonight. He topped out at 75 pitches in 6 innings in his last rehab start Friday for Brooklyn, and Terry Collins said 90 to 95 is a pretty good goal for tonight. And he walks B.J. Upton to lead off the ballgame. So after getting ahead 0-2, Dylan loses him.
I think one of the important things for Dylan is that it doesn't matter how many years you have in the major leagues. If you're coming back from injury, all that adrenaline, all that excitement, you're happy to be back on a big league mound. Sometimes you feel like you're throwing harder than you are. Dylan's that kind of guy. He's got to use all 3 or even 4 of his pitches.
BJ has 15 stolen bases on the year, only caught 3 times. He leads the Braves in that category.
G pretty good at holding runners, giving up 1 stolen base in 8 starts this year. And BJ takes off. Darno's throw on a hop, not in time. Well, the Braves have been doing a lot of running against the Mets in this series.
Well, taking all the way, and I think the Braves feel a little sense of urgency.
Terry Collins is going to come out, and
I'd want to check this.
Challenge.
He's out.
Like he's out.
I'd want to check it too. The way he caught it in front of the bag, and Upton hadn't got to the bag yet. Should get a thumbs up from Bob Guerin.
Yeah, he waited in the dugout until he heard from his replay coordinator Jim Kelly, and the Mets immediately go to the challenge, and it looks like they might get this one overturned. And he's out.
Yeah,
there's no question about it. Darno has been bouncing his throws, but that time Murphy did a good job of the catch and tag in one motion.
Well, I don't even know if Murphy was tagging. He was just trying to catch the baseball and ended up on the pocket of Upton.
Play under review brought to you by Mazda. Conviction, creativity, courage. This is the Mazda way. Fans just saw a replay on the big screen and saw that B.J. Upton was tagged out. Now we'll see if the folks in the command center agree.
Well, I tell you, the Braves, I think with that opening line, here they come now with their decision, and it's going to be overturned.
And indeed, Upton is called out. So a challenge results in the first out of the game. I think that's the first one of those we've seen.
I think it's really important for Darno's psyche, too, to get a runner thrown out.
I think it's important for the Mets, too. They've won the first 2 games in this series. This is a critical series before the All-Star break. And the Mets 8 out, started the series 10 out. And I think with Upton right off the get-go, first pitch stealing is a sign that the Braves feel a little sense of urgency here.
So it's 0-1 to Simmons with 1 out and nobody on, and the curveball in for a strike. 0-2. Well, the Braves stole 3 bases last night. Freddie Freeman waits on deck. Hammered on the ground. Tejada to his left. And throws out his shortstop counterpart. Simmons not getting down the line well. I wonder whether there's something bothering him.
Gary, we noticed that in Atlanta, that he was not really busting down the line. It's just, if there's nothing wrong with him, that's got to be stopped. It's a young kid right there.
Well, he's not the only guy on that team who doesn't run hard to first base, but it was almost as though he's nursing something.
That's how, because he busted out and then said, you know what, it looks like I should shut it down. It'll be interesting. We'll find out before tomorrow night's game.
Freddie Freeman takes a curveball high, and so G using his curveball a lot in this first inning. Freeman 5 for 9 in the series, hitting .419 against the Mets this year, and he yanks 1 foul.
I'd have to say that was the quickest game that's ever gone right straight to the headset and gym bag.
Getting it on the hands of Freeman, and it's 1-2. Freeman at .301 is the 8th best on base percentage in the league, 4th in runs scored, 4th in extra base hits, 4th in doubles, having a terrific year again. Broken bat. Duda to his right. G covers. Side retired. I think that the barrel just came down. I think it's in the air for a long time. So it's a harmless inning for Dylan G. Let's make sure you stay out of the way of flying bats. Lineup for the Mets tonight. Kirk Neuenhuis gets a start in center field. Bobby Abreu a start in left. Mets getting every available left-handed bat in there against Irvin Santana.
Well, you see the Toyota numbers for Santana this year in 16 starts. Remember, he started the season a little, not a little slow. The first start against the Mets was outstanding, but he missed a couple starts early because he signed so late.
They picked him up late. Yeah. When the two guys went down with the Tommy John.
Well, he was one of those guys who was stuck in that free agency nexus where a team was going to have to give up a compensation pick unless they had the top 10 picks that were protected. So Santana was on the market till March 12th when he signed that one-year deal for $14 million. Curtis Granderson led off the game with a home run last night. The 27th time he's done that in his career and the 3rd time this season.
Well, he seems to have gotten over the early jitters, not intimidated by this ballpark, and he is a dead pull hitter, and he is lightning quick with that bat. Anything out over the plate, you can see playing in the pull on the infield.
Nice easy hop for Tommy La Stella, and Granderson retired for the first out.
And now it's time for the Coors Light Brave defense. Same cast of characters. They have not changed their lineup. They've been going hot until they've been cooled down here by the Mets. La Stella, a recent call-up, took over for the slumping Dan Uggla. Gerald Laird, the backup catcher, starting tonight.
So here's Murphy. Last night a couple of doubles, 2 RBIs. Murph now with 109 hits, one behind Casey McGee for the National League lead.
Well, this happens once in a while. Sometimes you fall on your face, particularly after a rain delay. There was none here today.
Not yet. Santana gets ahead on Murphy 0-2. David Wright waits on deck. Santana could not have looked better the 2 starts he made against the Mets back in April. 8 scoreless innings in Atlanta, 7 innings, 1 run here. 10 days later, and he had a great slider in those starts.
Low pitch count. One of the games, I believe, he threw 20 strikes in a row to start the game.
Santana's already had 3 different seasons. First 6 starts, he was 4-0, 1.99. Next 6 starts, 1-3, 6.44, and now he's kind of settled somewhere in the middle lately. Murphy drives one deep toward the right field corner. Hayward back, looking up, and it's off the base of the wall. Murphy to second. Hayward's throw is cut off. Another 2-base hit for Daniel Murphy. 23rd double of the year.
Quick inside, the ball is in. Daniel just turns on it here. It got in a little bit, but not enough. He's lucky he got it in where he needed to, because if he missed around another inch, that ball would have been in the seats.
Right off the first B and stuff up.
That's called a Healy, isn't it?
We call it an FX.
FX, okay.
Here's David Wright. David had 2 more hits last night after a homer in the first game of the series. Hit well to center, but right at B.J. Upton. Murphy tags at second and stays put. And Wright retired for the second out.
A lot of first ball, fastball hitting. Seeing a big sea change here.
Been one of the keys to the Mets' offensive resurgence over the last month. They still lead the league in walks, but they're swinging a lot earlier in the count.
They certainly are more aggressive.
He knew when to swing.
Well, I swung at some bad ones too now.
Here's Lucas Duda, who was on base 5 times last night. 3 for 3, 2 doubles, 2 walks. Murphy at second and 2 out. And Duda takes up and away, ball 1. The last 15 games now, Duda's on base percentage is .458. His slugging percentage is .673. So he has really gotten into a hot spot in his season.
Always like to see how hitters are pitched when they're hot. Base open, Abreu up next.
And he lines one into right field. Hayward coming on, and he can't make the catch. Has to play it on a hop. Murphy in to score, and the Mets again tally in the first inning. Duda's 46th RBI, 1-0 New York.
Santana answered my question. He went right after Duda, and it cost him.
Well, it always helps. Less thinking and more see the ball and hit it. Here's a mistake right down Broadway, and Lucas makes him pay. Beautiful. Almost hit it too good.
Lucas has now been on base 7 consecutive plate appearances going back to Monday night. Murphy scores his 55th run. That leads the team. And the Mets again score early. That's 62 first inning runs for the Mets this year, the most of any team in the major leagues. Bobby Abreu has been very productive when he's been in the lineup. In his 23 starts, he's hitting .324 with a .402 on base percentage. Slaps one down to third for Chris Johnson. He'll have to go to first with it. And that retires the side. But the Mets again score first. Murphy doubles. Duda gets him home. 1-0 New York after 1. This year early has been terrific, especially very early. 62 runs, most of any team in the first inning this year. Justin Upton starts the second by taking a strike from Dillon Gee. Upton 4 for 10 in this series. 17 home runs, including 3 against the Mets this season.
He's close. The last couple of nights watching him, he's close to one of those tears he goes on as Hayward waits on deck.
We talked about it during the first inning. The Braves need somebody to pick up the slack right now. Out to right center and playable for Neuenhuis. I mean, the Braves are a team that's built around hitting home runs. They're not really good situational hitters. They strike out a ton. And with Gaddis out of the lineup right now and his home run bat, the Braves offense is sagging a little bit.
So much depends on Freddie Freeman in that 3-hole. He's really got to be the guy to carry the ball club. this man right here, Hayward, has been the kind of the disappointment offensively. You know, came up, big fanfare. I felt should have won the Rookie of the Year a couple years ago. Posey won it, coming up later in the year, and ever since he just hasn't. He's had a couple injuries, shoulder, got hit in the head, of course, jaw by Jonathan Neese.
Hayward's looked good in this series since Josh Edgens' pitch over his head woke him up on Monday night. Got a base hit after that, and then 3 more hits last night. And he pulls that one down to Duda. 2 out. Well, Dylan G looking very much like Dylan G these first 2 innings. Getting outs on the 2nd or 3rd pitch.
I've always liked him from the get-go, even when he had his little growing pains, his ups and downs. Always has a terrific demeanor on the mound, and most importantly, found out real early, is that when the men are on base and the game's tight, he gets better.
Here's Chris Johnson, 2 for 8 in the series. G had maybe the most dominating performance of his career last year in Atlanta in a game he lost.
What was it, like 1 o'clock in the morning when it ended?
Yep. Took a 1-0 shutout into the 9th, and then Freddie Freeman beat him with a 2-run homer. 0-2 to Johnson.
Only those 80s teams played better after last call in Atlanta. He did pitch such a fantastic game. It was just so disappointing, and in today's game you never see a starting pitcher get walked off.
Well, Zach Wheeler was able to complete that deal in Miami, right? So it could have easily gone the other way, but Terry Collins ran him out there in a 1-0 game in the 9th. 1-2 from G, and he gets Johnson for his first strikeout. A 1-2-3 inning for Dylan. Welcome back, Dylan G. 1-0 Mets in the 2nd. Concert after the Mets Marlins game this Saturday as part of the Mets concert series presented by Dwayne Reed. Catch Huey Lewis in the News live in concert this Saturday. For tickets, visit Mets.com/tickets. Kurt Neuenhuis has been back with the Mets since June the 19th. This is only the 4th game he's started since then, but all he has done is hit when he's had the opportunity. He's 8 for 18 since his recall, including a run-scoring double last night. Getting the start in center field tonight.
Starts the game with a heavy heart. His Holland team went down
on PKs. I'm sorry. It's a terrible way to end a great event. I mean, the way I figure it is if the hockey guys can skate all night in Stanley Cup playoff games and it's tied, why can't the soccer guys just keep going until somebody scores?
I'm with you. Plus the Dutch goalie just was way too short. I mean, you got to have a taller dude for the penalty kicks.
Well, the winning penalty kick, it hit his.
I know.
It hit both hands. And went right
two
through
times he had opted for the right side and just couldn't come up with it.
We'll see if Nieuwenhuis can get over it. Santana handles the comebacker. 1 out. See, now if they had Santana involved for the Dutch side, he would have handled it.
That's right.
See, he didn't miss.
No.
So Argentina against Germany in the final.
Yes. How about what Germany did to Brazil? I know it's old news, but my goodness.
7-1, right?
Wow.
That's the final score. 5 goals in the first 25 minutes?
And that's for the home team. You know, that makes it that much worse.
Jeez.
Travis d'Arnaud 3 for 10 in this series. He's hit in all 12 games, or he's reached base in all 12 games since returning from the minor leagues. Hitting .298 since his recall.
Interesting that they are shaded B.J. Upton, giving d'Arnaud the entire left center field gap.
Yes, you see a lot of that overload to one side.
This one past Santana. Simmons has to handle it, and a quick toss to get him. Using that low arm angle. That's a Kevin Elster play right there.
Well, Santana kind of gives it just a little token. Oh, okay. It's not my ball.
It's got a platinum glove shortstop. He didn't need to.
Well, I think I'll let him take it.
So 2 out and nobody on. Now Ruben Tejada. Ruben had the walk-off hit on Monday night. 2 more hits last night. Go back the last 37 games now. Tejada has a .407 on base percentage. You know, you can attribute some of that to the fact that he hits 8th in the order, and so they pitch around him with the pitcher on deck. But if you look at National League number 8 hitters, the league average on base percentage, .294. And Ruben's at .357. I mean, he is second to Giancarlo Stanton in the National League in intentional walks.
That's because the Mets pitchers were 0 for the first 2 months of the season.
That's right. Pops up the 2-0 pitch. And Estella makes the call. And so Santana has himself a 1-2-3 bottom of the second. On to the third we go. 1-0 New York. SNY's Super Slow Motion is brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealers. Visit them on the web at searchmercedes.com.
Go home.
That was like half of the Bill Robinson two-finger. What'd you call that thing?
Oh, I forget.
The late Bill Robinson, one of the greatest guys of all time. That was just not good.
Yes. It was a little
lame.
Yes.
Tommy La Stella shoots one right underneath Dylan G, and the Braves have their first hit of the night. So the Jersey kid has his third hit in the series, and the Braves get the leadoff man on in the third. Here's Gerald Laird making his first appearance in the series, 34-year-old career backup.
Won a championship with the 2011, I believe, St. Louis Cardinals as a backup to Molina, which is really a backup, by the way.
It's like being a backup quarterback. Laird has played quite a bit this year. Gaddis getting hurt a couple of times. Double play ball right at Tejada. Murphy with the turn, and the slow-footed Laird out easily. And just like that, 6-4-3 double play, 2 out and nobody on.
Taylor made all. Rubin didn't almost quite get down on that ball. Just once he makes the play with Laird running, it's Taylor made. And that's not golf.
It's with a Y.
Very good.
So 2 pitches and 2 outs for G. Here's Santana bailing out and taking a strike. So Mets starting pitchers in the last 27 innings have given up 1 run. Go back to the last 4 innings of Cologne's start on Saturday. Then Wheeler gave up a run in 6 1/3, and Dice-K and DeGrom each went 7 scoreless the last 2 days. So the Mets starting pitching, which has been good all year, has been great this last stretch.
Oh, geez.
You know, I'm going to have to ask Danny Worthen maybe tomorrow, because when a veteran, any pitcher, is struggling in the first inning, giving up runs, sometimes you change your routine. What does that mean? Sometimes you warm up in the bullpen, sit down, and then warm up again. Just trying to do something that'll change up when you take the first inning. It's different than it has been.
Well, you're talking about Cologne, who has struggled in the first, but he's an old dog. Can you really teach him new tricks? Second strikeout for G as he takes care of Santana. 1-0 Mets. Be down tomorrow, but That's a pretty clear look at the Empire State Building, Chrysler Building. The Mets tonight are trying for their 4th consecutive win. The last time they won 4 straight games, it was almost a year ago, July the 13th of last year. Since then, they've had 10 3-game winning streaks, including the one they're on now. And they've fallen short of that 4th straight win each time. They got a run in the first inning against Irvin Santana, which is as much as they've gotten in any start against Santana. Dylan G will lead off in the home third, and I don't know what you've seen so far, Ronnie, but the results for G have been typical Dylan G.
You know what I like about Dylan G, and I know he has 2 strikeouts. It's when he is so aggressive. It's almost like put the first 3 balls in play somehow, some way. I'm not fooling around here.
Well, it's gotten him through 3 innings with just 34 pitches. Dylan looking for his first hit of the year, 0 for 14. Granderson and Murphy to follow in the home third. And that's a vote Justin Upton shirt. He's on the final ballot for the All-Star game.
Vote Jay up, it says, right? Now, can you wear that if you are Jay up, or you got to be a?
Depends how cool you are.
Okay.
Last I heard, Anthony Rizzo is leading the balloting for that final spot. And G is out on 3 pitches. First strikeout for Santana tonight.
Unfortunately for G, that was the best curveball that Santana's thrown tonight. A little unfair. This is a good one. Slider, actually.
Who's in that vote? It's Rizzo, it's Rendon, it's Jay Upton, Casey McGee, who should have made it anyway. Shouldn't even be in the vote.
Here's Granderson, who bounced out to second base his first time up. Curtis faced Santana a lot in the American League. 47 career at bats against him now. He's got 5 home runs against Santana. 0-2 to Granderson. Let's check in with Steve Gelb. Steve?
Well, guys, Curtis Granderson's clearly been on a heck of a stretch here since that first month of the season. And in talking in the last couple of weeks, I've been trying to get a sense for what exactly changed. And it sounds simple enough, but what Granderson told me is that over the last couple of months, he's just ready to hit. And what he meant by that is, you know, when you see hitters that are in 2-0 counts, 3-1 counts, and they really zone up a specific spot in the zone, they wait for their pitch and they lay off everything else. That's where he wants to be from the first pitch of the at-bat. And he said over the course of his career, when he is looking that way, when he's hitting that way, when he has that mindset, that's when he's going well. And actually, that's when he's also walking more. And it sounds a little strange. Why is he walking more when he's theoretically being more aggressive? It's because he knows a spot in the zone that he's looking for. As he got his pitch to hit right there, he hits it hard and he lays everything else off.
Wants the fastball away and gets it there. Might be a change, Ronnie. I think it's fastball.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just not a good one.
Off the end of the bat. So it looks to me that the Braves are just going to keep the ball away from Curtis. And a lot of pitchers think that they can stay out of trouble with a dead pull hitter by keeping the ball away, and they forget about the inside corner.
Yeah. And we've seen Curtis have the ability to take that pitch on the outside corner and hook it and hit it hard to right field.
Well, he's right on the dish. So when you're right on the dish like he is, that means that sometimes 2-3 inches off the outside corner, you can go get it. And that's what Curtis can do.
That's with their third hit against Santana. Murphy had the first one, a double off the wall and right. He came in to score the only run of the game. Santana's been hard to run on this year. There you see the reflection off the office building in right center. Eight stolen base attempts against Santana, and 5 of the 8 have been thrown out. So he's done a good job holding him on. Granderson 6 for 8 this year. Has not been running much lately.
what's impressed me the most about Murph of late is he's driving that ball lately to left center field, Gary, in that gap. Not just slapping it out to left field. I hate that term, so forgive me, Murph. But placing it out to left field. He's now driving it into that gap. And he still has the ability on an inside pitch to turn on it. And my father used to always tell me, always trust the quickness of your hands. And it's, so what, you know what? He goes, the pitchers are going to jam you once in a while. So what?
Estella handles the hop, and Simmons with a beautiful turn for the double play. Simmons like poetry in the middle of that double play.
Nice play by Stella too. Beautiful.
1-0 Mets after 3. Fourth inning, as the sun sets over Queens, B.J. Upton grounds one right at Ruben Tejada, takes a beat and throws out Upton. 1 pitch and 1 out for Dylan G. That's 3 of the last 4 batters who've put the ball in play on the first pitch against G. Here's Andrelton Simmons, who grounded out to short his first time up. We talked about Kirk Nieuwenhuis's heartbreak at the Dutch losing today. Of course, Andrelton Simmons is from Curaçao in the Netherlands Antilles, and that would make him a big Netherlands fan as well. Granderson back in right center, has plenty of room. And another first pitch out. So that's 4 of the last 5 batters who put the first pitch in play against G.
Thank you very much if you're a pitcher. And now you have to. Freddie's laughing because I know what happens. Darno probably said, "Are you going to swing first pitch too?" The first 2 hitters making out on 2 successive first pitches can't swing if you're the 3rd hitter.
So the free strike for G, and he missed one.
As a pitcher, you're thinking he's certainly not going to swing. Right before you let it go, you go, maybe.
No, it's after all, it's Freddie Freeman and it's the Mets, so anything's possible. Gets under this one to center, and Nieuwenhuis easing back onto the warning track to make the catch. Side retired. A 5-pitch inning for Dylan G. That gets him through the top of the 4th. Still 1-0 Mets. TV guys, us, versus the radio guys in a head-to-head battle of the booths to prove once and for all which broadcast team knows the most about the Mets. The Battle of the Broadcasters, presented by Citi, premieres tomorrow night, 10:30, only on SNY.
There'll be a red carpet for that one.
You've got to watch it only because of Howie Rose's comments right before they do the third part of it are hilarious. I know Howie was so funny. Every time I'm around him, he's making me laugh.
Howie's very funny. And there are some great bits. All unplanned, by the way. I mean, we've talked a lot about Kevin's performance as the game show host, and that was all unscripted, too.
Kind of like the show here.
That's what we did. David Wright lined out to center his first time, and there's the good slider by Santana. 1-2.
Fastball in, slider away. Bad. David Fishes.
I've always thought since Santana would have been even a bigger winner. Now he's 112 and 95 in his career if he used the other part of the plate. He doesn't throw in very much to right-handed hitters.
Any threat up there?
I'll check.
You guys both are weather willies.
Well, we didn't say much about the weather last night till it arrived in the 9th inning.
I was watching at home, guys, and I was pulling for you.
The Mets bullpen dragged it out a little bit in the latter stages in what was a lopsided game, but we beat the weather. 3-2 to right, and it's up and in, ball 4. It's a slider to the dim break for Santana, who issues his first walk of the night.
Stays inside.
It's not the wrong pitch to throw. The execution just bad by Santana.
So the Mets have the leadoff man on for the first time tonight. Now Lucas Duda, who had an RBI single his first time up for the game's only run. Lucas has now reached base his last 7 plate appearances, going back to Monday night. Duda last night, the first Met this season to have at least 5 plate appearances and reach in every one. That's had 2 players do that last year. Daniel Murphy did it once, and Kirk Neuenhuis did it once. Game in Milwaukee. Duda gets under this one, and B.J. Upton with an easy play. 1 out. So 1 out and 1 on. Now Abreu grounded out to third base his first time.
Watch Bobby take batting practice today. He's got such a beautiful fluid swing. It's really pretty to watch. You don't see a lot of guys that have that kind of fluidity, and today it was beautiful to watch him use the whole field in BP. He's a pro.
The Mets' current roster status with 6 outfielders actually plays very well for Abreu. Can't play a lot. Mets overused him for a stretch, and his effectiveness waned a little bit. And Terry Collins really learned you can use him once or twice a week, and that's about it. There's a double play ball right at La Stella, and Simmons does the rest. Second straight inning, the Braves return to 4-6-3 double play. After 4, 1-0 New York. His thoughts on one of the only left-hand pitching prospects in the Mets system, Steven Matz, on the Mets blog Q&A cast. Check it out now on Mets blog, presented by Verizon, part of the SNY.TV blog network.
Is Matz a Long Island kid like Frankie V?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Steven Matz was waylaid by arm injuries for nearly 3 years after the Mets drafted him, but he seems like he's on the fast track now.
Frankie's from East Meadow, where he grew up. I don't know where Matz is from.
Melville?
Melville? That's right in the middle, isn't it?
Let's check that out.
No idea. Too many towns.
Justin Upton takes a strike, 1-1. Upton flying to center his first time up.
All I know is whenever I'm in Long Island and I'm going to see friends, at some point they're telling me to get on the Wantagh. That's all I know.
It's either the Wantagh or the Meadowbrook. Parallel lines. It's like Blondie. 1-2 from G. Right back to Dillon. 1 out. Well, you've seen G use all of his pitches tonight. Here's Dillon talking about one of his signature pitches, his curveball.
The curveball, obviously, I throw sinker right here, but I just kind of go up on this horseshoe right here with a middle finger and get it right there on the seam there. And I'd throw it with a spike curveball. So I spike this finger. A lot of people just let it lay, but really all you're looking for is the pressure right there on the baseball between the thumb and the middle finger. So I spike this one right here, and then as you come through release, you want to almost come through here, and then as you throw the ball, your fingers get over the top of it like that way. So then it pops out this way and takes a lot of the velocity off of it, and you get that overspin that makes it curve down.
Sounding like an engineer.
Well, I was thinking to myself, how old is Dillon? I've got about 4 or 5 years left in this job here. But after that brilliant explanation, he got it spot on.
Jason Hayward grounded out his first time up.
The one thing that I did differently than what Dillon was talking about, everything was exactly the same because I was a two-seam pitcher.
Pulls over the changeup, and Duda makes the play.
The only thing I did different is that we both were two seams. Remember, he was just telling you he went down on that horseshoe to get it. But I used to, before I broke my thumb, I used to tuck my thumb. So I used to pull, like Dillon said, but then push with my thumb also. So you had two areas, pulling and pushing on the ball to get as much velocity as you could on that baseball. That was the way you tried to do it. The more you get, the more it breaks.
Finding out how these pitchers make that ball break. Wish I'd known that when I played.
You had a good curve.
Did.
Keith, when Keith would get the ball in between innings and throwing the ball for the ground balls for the infielders, there would always be a catcher who would have to, not a catcher, a pitcher who would catch the ball in between innings, and he would always invariably throw one of his signature hooks. And occasionally you'd get a good one. It would really happen. You had no glove. You catch it with your bare hands. It was really kind of biting it, trying to
throwing it in. When the ball was thrown second base, I had to throw back the infield ball back into the dugout. I'd always throw a hammer at him.
No mercy. Chris Johnson hits one out to left center deep. Abreu back near the wall, and he's got it, and he hangs on. Abreu never a fan of the fence, but he hits this one hard, takes a chunk out of it, and hangs on. Right at the opening.
One last look before the catch where the wall was, and then his focus totally on the ball. Nicely done.
40-year-old can still go back and get him. Home fifth inning. Kirk Neuenhuis leads off against Urban Santana. Mets with a 1-0 lead. And the breaking ball in for a strike. Your fifth inning recap presented by Jeep. It's not supposed to be this easy. Dylan G in his return from the disabled list has allowed just 1 hit over 5 innings. Lucas Duda driving in the only run of the game after Murphy doubled in the first.
Well, this is the way it should be. You got 2 pitchers pounding the strike zone. They're going after hitters. We've had a couple 3 double plays turned in this game.
Nice catch from Abreu.
G has kept his pitch count down. Well, we told you early pitch count would be a consideration. Well, he's thrown only 49 in 5 innings. 1-2 from Santana. And he gets the inside corner. And Neuenhuis caught looking. Second strikeout for Urban Santana.
I think Neuenhuis thought it may have kind of went around the inside corner. Tough pitch to take. Close. Pitcher got the call.
So 1 out now. Travis Darnell, who bounced out to short his first time. By the way, we checked the particulars on Stephen Matz. Born in Stony Brook, went to Ward Melville High School in East Setauket.
Those names, almost as difficult to say as the names where I grew up in Massachusetts. They have all those strange names.
They're all American Indian names, absolutely. So they're not strange names.
It's strange to pronounce. You know what I'm saying?
Keith grew up in California, where they've got all the Spanish.
Yes, they certainly do. Obviously, the Spanish influence there.
By the way, as those storm clouds continue to approach, this is an official game. 4.5 innings with the home team leading.
It's going to miss us. It's north of us, and the other clump is south of us.
Is that a meteorological term, clump?
Yeah.
Never heard Mr. G say clump.
Right now.
Right. Keith's very influential.
That's right.
That's right. Like John Travolta.
And Darno gets busted inside and went around, strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Santana to start the home fifth.
Well, that's that pitch I was talking about that he doesn't throw very often. That running fastball in that's about 6-8 inches inside, but it has such late movement from Santana that it gets the check swing from Darno.
Santana saying, come on, guys, give me a run.
So here's Tejada with 2 out. Ruben popped up to second base his first time up. .94 from Santana. That's as hard a pitch as he's thrown tonight. Skied into right. And Hayward is there to retire the side. 5 quick innings at Citi Field. 1-0 New York. behind the storm clouds, which Keith says will get here.
It will not get here, I promise.
Oh, gee.
This one flying along into the 6th inning with G and Santana at their best. Tommy La Stella takes a curveball for a strike. La Stella has the only hit for the Braves. Swung at the first pitch G threw in the 3rd inning and hit one right back up the middle.
Kind of like the first start Dylan G ever made in the big leagues. He went, what, 5 no-hit innings?
Against the Nationals. You know, we think about Dylan and his great numbers against Washington because he's always had success against them. He's been just about as good against Atlanta.
Nice change.
Duda handles it for the first out. La Stella retired. Infinity brings us this date in baseball history. It was 45 years ago today, July the 9th, 1969. Tom Seaver was perfect for 8 1/3. 25 up, 25 down until a light hitting left-hand batter named Jimmy Qualls spoiled it with that base hit. Seaver retired the next 2, finished with a 1-hitter. The Mets swept a 2-game series from the Cubs, which really launched them as a legitimate contender that year, but also imprinted Seaver into the collective consciousness of every baseball fan. Tom would go on to win 25 games that year and lead the Mets to a world championship.
You know, in a strange way, I'm sure, I mean, I wasn't here, obviously, but you probably thought that at least once or twice a year Seaver was going to throw a no-hitter. So that's why it's made that Jimmy Qualls hit so famous.
Well, 2 other times as a Met, he took a no-hitter into the 9th inning, but that was a perfect game, so it was even that much more important, but also heightened because the Mets were trying to prove to themselves and to the Cubs that they were legit. They had just rallied for 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th the day before to take the opening game of that 2-game series. And then Seaver pitched that gem on July 9th. 1-2 to Gerald Laird, who grounded into a double play his first time. And G has his 2nd strikeout of the night.
Very impressive. Starting to throw his changeup a little more this time through the order, Ronnie.
Beautiful going. What do the Mets have? About 23 innings now, right? Starting pitchers without allowing a run.
Two out for Santana. By the way, in the 9th inning of that perfect game bid for Seaver, do you know how he got the first out?
Bunt.
Randy Hundley tried to bunt his way on, leading off the 9th inning of a perfect game.
What was the score? 4-0?
4-0, I think.
Weak.
Weak is right.
I mean, if that happened today,
well,
he would be just vilified.
He might make it on Twitter.
Slowly hit, right as to charge. Santana can run, and he beats it out. Ervin Santana getting down the line. Only the 2nd Atlanta hit.
David very good at coming in. The ball's a nice hop for him. Not good footwork by Lucas. The throw's on target. Make the stretch. There's no reason to come off the bag. Make the stretch. He's probably going to beat the throw, but you have no chance to tag him. Oh well.
Santana's 4th hit of the year. G had retired 10 in a row. And now B.J. Upton takes a slider in the dirt. Upton walked leading off the game on a 10-pitch plate appearance. Then appeared to steal second base, but the Mets challenged the call, got it overturned for the first out of the night, and G's been sailing ever since. This one's hit to deep left center. Back goes Neuenhuis to the warning track, and it's one hop to the wall. Santana racing for 3rd, being waved home. Here comes Murphy's relay throw, cut off by Duda. The tying run scored, and now Upton in the rundown. And Wright puts the tag on Upton to end the inning. B.J. Upton with an RBI double to plate Santana. And for the 2nd time on this homestand, the Mets cut off a ball that maybe should not have been cut off.
I thought that this has happened quite a few times of late here. Nicely played by Neuenhuis. Fundies, nice cutoff, nice relay by Murph. I think they got a chance to get him.
You got the pitcher running, although he is pretty fast.
He can run.
Murph's ball's bleeding up the line. They had a shot. You see where D'Arnaud was, though? That ball's halfway up the line almost. So you got to cut it and throw home.
So Santana scores the tying run. It's 1-1 in the sixth. We'll be right back. Tying up the game for Atlanta.
Well, to gap her off the wall, everything's done perfectly. Neuwenhuis plays it nice, perfect relay. Murph's ball bleeds up the line. Lucas is a little late getting there. Now look at D'Arnaud, where we're at. That's a perfect freeze, guys. D'Arnaud's got to yell right now, cut home. And you've got him dead to rights.
Well, that's a good call. And watch Granderson coming in late. Well, we got off it. But Keith, you make a good point there, is that if D'Arnaud yells cut home, then he doesn't have to go up the line. And the reason he doesn't have to go up the line is because you have the pitcher back there to back up in case the ball goes through.
Watch Granderson coming in from right, run into the umpire.
Now, he was going to be there in case David had to get rid of the baseball, but he never could.
So it's really Tejada should have been right there. It shouldn't have had to been Murphy's. You know, Murphy and Tejada could come in after the throw, particularly Tejada.
G pops one up, and on comes Hayward to get it.
And whenever you know, 2 outs, pitcher scoring from first. I mean, the Santana runs well. As a first baseman, Gary, as a first baseman, I was always acute to listen to the catcher telling me what to do, because my back's to the plate. I have an idea, but my judgment can be wrong, and my judgment is overruled by the catcher because he has the better view.
How about this question? Why is Tejada not throwing that baseball to Murphy? Murphy's got a better arm than Tejada. It's in left center. Isn't the shortstop the one that goes out?
Yes.
And the second baseman piggybacks him?
That's a good question. How about this one? How come Santana didn't run the first 3 strides? He didn't know there were 2 out. Otherwise,
and
it would have been
still scored.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would have been a moot point. Well, that's a good question. Why is Murphy the relay guy there instead of Tejada?
Now that might be something the manager prefers.
Well, first, watch Santana.
Run, son.
Yeah.
A little bit tardy. And a big wide turn, but he's a pitcher. We'll forgive him.
Well, it looks like that's the set play because Murph went, 30 feet out in the outfield, and Ruben just kind of trailed him.
Granderson strikes out for the second out. So Santana getting in a groove. He's now struck out 3 of the last 5 batters.
energized by that trip around the bases is Santana.
So 2 out for Murphy, who doubled and scored the Mets run back in the first. Each team with a run on 3 hits tonight. Remember, the Braves had 2 out and nobody on in that top of the 6th, and Santana got the infield hit, and he finally cracked.
You know something, Gary, getting back to Santana on first base, it's the first base coach's job, and particularly today, to say, hey, 2 outs, crack of the bat, you're going. Just a reminder, don't take it for granted that they're going to know, particularly a pitcher. Sorry, Ron.
I'm right with you. I'd say it twice to the pitcher.
Before each pitch.
Oh, jeez.
Out of nowhere.
Murphy hits it into shallow right, and that'll fall for his 2nd hit of the game. So the Mets have a 2-out base runner, just the 4th hit off Santana. We check in with the studio, Janae Coakley, for a game break brought to you by your local Tri-Honda dealers. Don't you think those guys would love to hit a Camden Yards every day? What a great home run hitter's ballpark. Here's David Wright with 2 out and Murphy at first. David's lined to center and drawn Santana's only walk. The Nationals start the night percentage points ahead of the Braves for first place in the National League East, after they got rained out in against Baltimore last night. See that Angels score. They got shut out by R.A. Dickey last night. Today, Albert Pujols a go-ahead home run in the 7th, and our old buddy Joe Smith picked up another save for the Angels.
Well, I'm surprised Baltimore. I'd be surprised if Baltimore doesn't reach out and gets a starting pitcher, because their lineup is so deep.
Murphy took off early, and he's picked off.
Oh.
And Terry Collins might want to challenge this.
Well, oh boy, he was going.
It's not going to be reversed.
Depends on the angles here.
Well, Terry has come out of the dugout. He has to come out within 10 seconds at the end of an inning, and he was safe, I think.
I just noticed a trend that they are not reversing unless it's all inclusive.
So Terry decides not to challenge, and that ends the inning on the pickoff of Murphy. pitchers to save 20 or more games against the Mets without a blown save. So that's for their career, I'm assuming.
Yes.
They never blew a save against the Mets, and they had 20 or more saves against the Mets. Andrelton Simmons leading off the 7th in a 1-1 game. Simmons is grounded out and flied out.
That's a tough one.
I mean, it has to be somebody who didn't pitch that much against the Mets, right? Because they stay around long enough, you're going to blow one eventually. I know Kimbrel had a blown save against the Mets,
yes.
didn't he? David Wright took him deep. Hit sharply to third and skips by Wright. Simmons with the hard turn, but he'll hold it first. So a sharp one hopper that David Wright could not handle.
He olayed it. Could have stayed in front. He pulled the old matador here. You don't never see David do that. He stays in front. His body will keep the ball in play. He shifts the left foot for the red cape.
10th error of the year charged to Wright, and it gives the Braves a leadoff base runner. Freddie Freeman stands in and takes a fastball from G for a strike. Freddie broke his bat and grounded out to first, and he flied deep to center field.
Freeman has got such a good eye at the plate. Dillon has used that sinking changeup this third time through the order to the lefties with effectiveness. Freeman doesn't bite. The good sinking change. It's a good pitch. Good eye.
Curveball hit slowly. Murph goes for the lead man and gets him. Takeout slide by Simmons, but there's nowhere the Mets were turning to anyway. Ball hit much too slowly.
Nice play by Murph on the turn there to get the lead runner. Late in the ball game, just get the lead out.
A kick there at the end by Simmons.
I was waiting for Freddie Gonzalez to come out and say that Tejada was off the bag.
Neighborhood play?
Considering what has happened in this series, but he was right on it.
So 1 out and 1 on. Now Justin Upton, who's flied to center and hit a comebacker 0 for 2. Well, there's no two ways about it. No matter how this game finishes, it's been quite a return to action for Dillon G. I mean, you could not have asked for more than this.
Picked up right where he left off, really. What he's done the last 2 seasons in a Mets uniform.
And with the pitch count where it is, it's enabling him to go very deep into this game. I mean, with the pitch count limited for Dillon to 90 to 95 tonight, as you look at that slider, you figured maybe you get 6 innings out of him. Now, who knows? He might go 8.
Justin Upton is a classic low and away, up and in. That's how you pitch him.
And the up and in misses. 2-1. Well, since the end of May last year, Dillon G is amongst elite company in the National League. That goes back to that start at Yankee Stadium last year when he struck out 12.
That's an all-star team right there.
The elite of the elite. Broken bat. Neuenhuis is going to have to play this on a hop. Freeman stops at second. So Upton's bat shattered. Piece of it, well, the barrel wound up behind shortstop.
Well, very fortunate here for the Mets. This ball runs in, gets in on his hands, and you've got Freeman who on first base instead of Simmons, who was forced out earlier. Simmons, I believe, is first to third on this one.
You know what's interesting about that at bat is that the location of the pitch is the same that Jacob deGrom got Upton to strike out, but he's got 4 or 5 miles an hour more on his fastball.
So now 2 aboard for Hayward with 1 out. Twice is grounded down to Duda at first base. Each team now with 4 hits. And G busts him inside, ball 1. Well, it's the first time tonight that the Braves have had a chance with a runner in scoring position. As you look at the Mazda numbers on G, terrific tonight.
Well, G needs a double play here. Is he going to run the sinker away, the changeup sinking away to try to get him to roll over?
He's gotten one double play tonight. Gerald Laird back in the third.
Beautiful sunset. Oh, I should say reflection of the sun to the clouds.
G behind 2-0. And Hayward goes after the changeup. 2-1.
So you know that you are fully mature as a pitcher. 2-0, in trouble. You can deliver a strike with the secondary pitch. Maybe his third pitch in his arsenal, the changeup.
It's going to stay away.
Hayward had a good cut of the fastball.
That's what I like about G. He's not afraid to throw that fastball in, a four-seamer.
And the pitch up is always better against these Braves hitters than the pitch down. He's got the four-seamer, and he just really let that go.
Yep.
And what Keith's saying is that occasionally as a pitcher, you just have to rear back and let it go.
In certain situations in the tight part of the ball game, and this certainly is right here. This is when you got to go into the tank and get a little more, a little extra.
It's interesting. And a 2-2 count, if you're a veteran pitcher with a younger catcher, you sometimes will give him two pitches. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to throw this pitch, and if I miss, we're going to come back with this pitch 3-2.
Big Black, Josh Edgen just getting started.
Guys, the Mets must have picked something up right there, because Terry Collins, Dan Worthen, and Bob Guerin all were shouting out to Travis d'Arnaud, go out, change the signs. They must have picked something up there at second base.
Freeman, the runner at second, perhaps giving some information to Hayward. Two-two in the dirt, and a full count to Hayward. Braves with runners in scoring position in this series. 4 hits in 24 at bats. Been a problem for Atlanta all year. They've often been home run or bust. Did much better during their 9-game winning streak, but they've struggled in this series. Now their first chance in this game. 3-2 with one out. Freeman at second, Justin Upton at first. They're not running, and it's in for a call third strike on him, looking at a changeup. Hayward was had, and there are 2 down.
This is a high change. So what fools Hayward? That is right down Broadway. It's just the off speed. He could not pull the trigger. That was not in a good location. It splits the plate.
So now 2 out and 2 on for Chris Johnson, who hit one to the fence in left field his last time up, and Bobby Abreu made a terrific play crashing into the wall. Johnson 2 for 10 in this series.
He's got the swing that I just can't figure out. He's a definite low ball hitter, but he's got a very peculiar swing.
Fastball hit sharply, but Tejada's right there. Side retired. G gets in trouble, finds his way out. 7 terrific innings for G, a 1-1 game.
piece, and the guys were talking about it earlier in the broadcast. Justin Upton trying to get that final voting spot for the NL All-Star Game. Voting closes tomorrow at 4 p.m. And the Braves, they're pretty good at getting their guys pumped up. Last year, you remember Freddie Freeman got that spot with the Hugs for Votes campaign. Well, today they had the shirts at BP, the hashtag #VoteJUp. But also because Justin Upton chews gum all the time, they made little packets of gum that said hashtag #VoteJUp on them. They gave them to all the players, and during BP they were throwing it up into the stands for the fans. Now, I'm not sure if throwing gum to a bunch of Met fans will get a Brave voted in, but you got to give them credit at least for trying.
Campaigns have evolved, haven't they?
They've always have.
2-0 to right, leading off on the home seventh. And David hits one sharply, base hit. Justin Upton on it quickly. Wright holds it first. Now he's going to try for two. He deked him, and Upton overthrows the bag. Wright with a little okey-doke, and he winds up at second base.
Do not assume. Get the ball in, even with a perfect throw. And look at that ball didn't get by Freeman. Very heads up by David. Great hustle.
And that's inexcusable.
Well, we saw Andrelton Simmons do that to Juan Lagares last night to score the first Atlanta run, but this one in a much more crucial spot.
Gotcha.
And the Mets get the lead man to second.
That play's been set up 20 years ago in Chesapeake, Virginia,
Yeah.
I think.
I remember Justin was the bat boy for David Wright and B.J. Upton's travel team. So the Mets have the tie-breaking run at second. Lucas Duda the batter. Duda has the only RBI for the Mets tonight with a first-inning single. 1 for 2 on the night, and he slashes one foul. Duda had a double in that direction last night on a ball that was hit half as hard.
Now this isn't at bat right here where Lucas has got to look for something to pull. That was not a pitch to pull. He cued it. And I used to always love this because most pitchers are going to throw you away, and that's the easiest pitch to roll your top hand over to pull the ball. And he came inside. That's a nice call right there.
It's as hard a pitch as Santana's thrown all night.
This is the pitch to throw if you don't want a left-hander to pull the baseball. Doesn't really make sense, does it? But if you crowd them enough inside, they cannot pull it, and if they do, it's foul.
If you break them down and they inside out, it's a fly ball to left field.
So now Duda in a 2-strike hole, and he lays off the slider. 1 and 2.
Honestly, is where the art of pitching and the art of hitting confront each other.
Simmons keeping an eye on Wright at the bag at second, and Santana makes the turn.
Santana has a great move to second base, and Simmons is as quick as a cat.
Santana picked a runner off first base in the last inning, Murphy. And Wright and Simmons standing on top of each other now. 1-2. And another slider, and again Duda able to lay off. 2-2.
You know, it's just really, I don't understand. You've got a 4-game series here. You're the Braves. You lost the first 2. You don't want to give the Mets any inkling, especially after you swept them in Atlanta, that they can play in the same field with you. And you got a left fielder out there that Lottie does in the 7th inning and gets burned. Should have been a single. It's just inexcusable.
2-2 to Lucas. Breaking ball drilled to right. Hayward is there, but Wright can tag. Hayward has to reach up to get it, and David easily goes to third with the lead run. Ball gets loose on the infield, but Santana's there to back it up.
Nice at bat, Lucas. It was a changeup, I believe. Backpedaling there is Hayward. Right with the perfect read. You know that ball's not going to get over his head. Hand grenade. My goodness. What is going on here?
So now the go-ahead runs at third with 1 out. The Braves bring the infield in. And Bobby Abreu will try and get that run home.
Unlike most of his at-bats, tends to take that first pitch. He doesn't in these kind of circumstances.
He's 4 for 5 this year, getting a runner in from third with less than 2 out. Trying to give the Mets back the lead. And it squirts just to the feet of Laird. Ball 1. Abreu tonight has grounded out twice, once into a double play. New and ice on deck.
It was very interesting, and if I was a hitter, I would not like it. I'd never do it as a pitcher. When Santana came in, he came in all the way within inches of Abreu. Kind of got some dirt in his hand, but literally within inches of Abreu in the box.
Wright carrying the go-ahead run at third base with 1 out. And that squirts behind Laird, but again, not far enough. So Laird having trouble making connection with Santana, who again races all the way in.
Almost went through the wickets. 2 in a row. I have a hunch there don't want any part of Abreu.
We got New and ice, whom Santana has handled tonight on deck. Two and 0 to Abreu. And Bobby takes a slider off the plate. 3-0. Well, in one respect, the walk works for Santana to set up a double play possibility.
And you got to play the middle infielders. You got to play them maybe halfway too. It's not going to be in, but you got to have the ability to get a slow roller where you can't get 2 to get the runner at the plate too.
Rio slider for a strike.
If he kind of pitches around Abreu, gets this call though on the inside corner, and Abreu walks, I think you have to run for him with Eric Young Jr.
I think you're
just
right.
give you a better shot to steal a bag, to get in on the second baseman and break up a double play.
And then you improve your defense late in the game. Although Abreu's made the best defensive play of the game tonight. 3-1 coming. And he ties him up. Did he go? He went. Ball. That's strike 2.
Oh, I don't agree.
Third base umpire Mike Everett says he swung, and Abreu in disbelief.
Oh, it's a bad series. Bad series. It's only the third game.
No way, Jose.
That's not even close to a swing. Abreu. I mean, I think that's the worst one we've ever seen. And that's not even close.
I mean, the eye chart.
Well, he's also been doing it for 20 years. The same check swing.
So now Abreu's got to settle in again. He's on first base, but now he's back.
Maybe this will induce Santana to throw a strike, let Abreu knock in the go-ahead run.
I don't mind Abreu hitting here. Still in the box.
3-2 from Santana. And that is ball 4.
Bobby was
stuck just to stare down Everett and make sure he didn't call another strike.
Now, good umpire is not going to get into this with Abreu. And there's your pinch runner, RJ.
It'll be Juan Lagares to bat to a run for Abreu. Gives Everett a withering look about that strike 2 call. So Abreu's done for the night after drawing the walk, and Lagares runs for him at first.
Makes more sense than what I said, because you get a better center fielder and a better left fielder if you move Neuenhuis over.
Well, the one thing you don't get is the stolen base threat in this spot.
Yeah.
Because Lagares is just not an accomplished base stealer.
But you mentioned the stats. Santana's pretty good at holding the runners.
So everybody enjoying a little laugh about Mike Everett's Bad call. It proves to be moot. And now Neuenhuis sets about trying to get the run in, and he drills one to right. Hayward comes over, makes the running catch. Wright will come in to score the lead run, and it's 2-1 New York. Neuenhuis gets it done on the first pitch. Sacrifice fly, and the Mets have the lead again.
Absolutely. Gets a first pitch fastball. Don't let the pitcher get ahead of you. You need a fly ball here. It's a fastball. Get on it. Nicely done. Pitcher's in trouble, first and third. You don't let him get ahead of you. You look in that fastball, you get it, take a hack.
So Wright with the hustle double, deking out Justin Upton, and 2 fly balls later, he's in with the go-ahead run.
I do like this new version of Neuenhuis.
There's Darno, who's 0 for 2, ground out and a strikeout. Gar has 2 stolen bases this year, but it's not really his game.
Shading again, Ronnie, the same defense in the outfield, giving that left center field gap to Darno.
There goes Lagares, and it's pulled foul.
You got a good jump, and Darno got a good pitch. What can you do?
One make it like Eric Young, and taken off in a spot where a stolen base would be huge. Big Black up again in the Mets bullpen. The pitcher spot 2 batters away. We don't know if Dylan G is done for the night. 79 pitches through 7 innings in his first start off the disabled list. But now he's got a lead again. Ball and a strike to Darno. This has been some well-pitched game tonight, huh?
On both sides. I don't know. I'd like the hot hitter Darno. Let him hit a double.
Hit in the air to deep left field. Back goes Upton, looking up, and it's out of here. Two-run homer, Travis Darno, 4-1 New York. Who needs a double?
My dreams aren't big enough.
Hanging breaking ball, kept his shoulder in. This is the ball he's pulled off, the pitch away, and this one's a hanger, and he just kept that front shoulder in. Hands back.
We've added to the car wash with the balloons now. It's getting out of hand.
Spinner, no break, shoulder in. Result, a bomb.
Tejada hits one out to left center, and B.J. Upton closing on it. And that retires the side.
What you do in Vegas doesn't always have to stay in Vegas.
Darno bringing the power home. His 6th home run of the year. The Mets with a 3-run 7th. And Santana can only watch. 4-1 Mets as we go to the 8th.
broadcast with limited commercial interruption, we're going to be giving away one of my autographed scorecards during the 5th inning of the Mets-Braves game. Don't miss your chance to win the score with Keith Sweeps.
Can't wait.
After that read,
Maybe the Sweeps is. Well, we won't go there.
Kurt Neuenhuis moves from center to left. Juan Lagares, who pinch ran, stays in the game in center. Dylan G still out there chucking in the 8th. And he gets the changeup in for a strike. 1-1 to La Stella, who has one of the Braves' 4 hits tonight. A single to center in the 3rd. Rounded out in the 6th. So here's G. First start back off the disabled list and working in the 8th. Gerald Laird, the on-deck batter, and then the pitcher's spot for the Braves. Anthony Varvaro up in the bullpen for Atlanta. Mets bullpen is cooking as well behind G. La Stella hits one toward the middle. Tejada can't make the play. And La Stella has his 2nd hit of the night. We'll see whether Terry Collins is inclined to go any farther now with G after giving up a leadoff hit.
Just out of the reach of Ruben. Close but no cigar.
I'd have been better off with the flat out dive rather than trying the sliding stuff. Well, G has handled Laird so far tonight. A double play ball and a strikeout. Vic Black, Josh Edgen, both were up in the last inning, both throwing again. Ryan Doumit is on deck to pinch hit for the Braves, a switch hitter. And Laird drops down a beauty of a bunt. Darno slides after it and throws wide. Everybody's safe. A bunt single for Gerald Laird.
Wow. And not a bad one. Darno sliding at it made it difficult for the throw. I think he had time to field this regularly and just come up and throw, but he gets it done, and he just hangs onto the ball too much and pulls Lucas off the bag.
Ryan Doumit has been announced as the pinch hitter. Terry Collins is on his way out to the mound. Doumit is a switch hitter. So G allowed to go out there for the 8th. Gives up a single up the middle and a bunt hit, and he will leave after 7 innings plus of stellar pitching in his first start back from the disabled list. Braves. Dylan G off the disabled list, matching up in a terrific pitcher's duel with Irvin Santana. Bobby Abreu making the rare catch against the wall, contributed with a big walk as well. Travis d'Arnaud with the biggest hit, a 2-run homer. And the Mets with a 4-1 lead in the 8th as G comes out after 7 innings plus.
Well, what an effort. 85 pitches, 61 of them strikes, and looking for his bullpen to bail him out of this 2-on, no-out situation.
Ryan Domit, the pinch hitter, much better left-hand hitter than right. And he'll bat left-handed against Vic Black.
Good fastball hitter is Domit. Vic Black appeared in the series in the first game. Give up a run in a couple, 2/3 of an inning.
Gave up a double to Freddie Freeman. Throws a first pitch curveball at the feet of Domit for ball 1. Domit the tying run at the plate in a 4-1 game. He is the occasional third catcher for the Braves. Can play some outfield and first base as well, and has mostly been a big bat off the bench for Atlanta.
Yeah, you're right. He's more the hammer off the bench from the left side.
Stella at second, Laird at first, and Black falls behind on Domit 2-0. Carlos Torres is up now alongside Josh Edgin, who's taken his glove off because the next left-hand hitter is Freddie Freeman, who's 3 batters away.
Very dangerous pitch right here.
B.J. Upton on deck. Black behind on Domit 2-0. And threw the fastball by him, 2-1.
Big cut. Trying to pull an outside pitch. He was swinging for the downs here.
By the way, for Gerald Laird, that was his 44th career bunt hit. So it's something he has done plenty before. His 2nd this year. Catcher who can surprise you. That's inside and low, and now Black's behind 3-1.
Oh, this is identical, like a 2-0 pitch here, 3-1. Going to keep it away, and Domit's going to try to jerk it.
Three-1 coming, and Domit pulls it toward the hole. Cut off by Duda. Out at second. Return to Black. Not in time. Close play at first. But Domit beat the wrap. And Terry Collins is going to come out, and we might have another challenge. Let's see.
Nice play by Lucas. Perfect feed. Safe.
Good call. First base umpire Tim Timmons. Good angle to see it.
Not even close.
So it's a 3-6 fielder's choice on Laird for the first out. Runners at the corners for B.J. Upton.
I mean, that's the position you've put the managers in, is they got to come out and argue a play that's not even close, because they're afraid if they don't go and argue it and it's a play they miss, they're going to be crucified.
There are no flashing signs to the infield. Jordan Walden joins Anthony Varvaro in the Atlanta bullpen. Domit not likely to be running from first. B.J. Upton drove in the only Atlanta run with a long double in the 6th inning. Upton also drew Dylan G's only walk of the night leading off the game, but then was caught stealing. Final game of the series tomorrow night, a heavyweight battle between Bartolo Colon and Aaron Harang.
Colon's overdue.
Harang has the reach.
He does.
At 6'8". DJ going after a low fastball that time, and it's 0-2.
You got to dial it up a notch. That train left the station.
Upton has struck out 110 times this year, the most of any player in the National League. And Black could use a strikeout with a runner at third and 1 out. 0-2. Fouled away. 98 from Vic. That's got Vic Black in the trade that sent John Buck and Marlon Byrd to Pittsburgh last year. Buck just got designated for assignment by the Mariners yesterday.
Saw that.
Meanwhile, the other player the Mets got in that deal, Dilson Herrera, has been tearing it up. Middle infielder, just 20 years old. 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Black with the curveball gets B.J. Upton for the second out.
3 straight fastballs and 1 upstairs. 0-2. You just know if you throw it in the dirt, Upton's going to fish.
I find that interesting on a breaking ball that Darnell was sitting on the inside corner of the plate. Maybe giving, Black has been a guy that ends up throwing that breaking ball way outside. So if he gives him the inside kind of target, maybe it helps him to get in the zone or closer to the zone.
So now Andrelton Simmons with first and third and 2 out. Simmons 0 for 3, reached on David Wright's error his last time up, and he takes a curveball high. Kind of like Darno does with Familia now. Sits in the middle of the plate, so his ball sinks just out the zone.
You throw it down the middle like Sid when Carter just set up right down the middle because Sid had such movement.
Because it's going to go somewhere. It's not going to go right in the middle.
To an 0 to Simmons. Well, this is the batter you got to get. Freddie Freeman's looming on deck. Josh Edgin getting ready for him, but let's hope that Freeman leads off the next inning.
Just got to stay down. This young man has his power is up in the strike zone.
Simmons last year had a very promising offensive year, but only 5 home runs this year. And he hits one to deep left. Neuenhuis on the warning track. Side retired. Vic Black gets 3 outs for Dylan G. And the Mets have themselves a 4-1 lead heading to the bottom of the 8th at Citi Field.
Yeah, help him.
New York Mets baseball on SNY is brought to you by Topps. Collect the Mets power players and win Mets prizes, including autograph cards, memorabilia, and more. Go to Topps.com/powerplayers. By Mazda, conviction, creativity, courage. This is the Mazda way. And by State Farm. Today's State Farm agent of the day is John Garfinkel of Brooklyn. Contact John's office at johngarfinkel.com. Mets box score presented by Hospital for a special surgery. Travis d'Arnaud with a 2-run homer after Kirk Neuenhuis's sacrifice fly gave the Mets the lead in the 7th. Eric Young Jr. pinch hitting against Anthony Varvaro as we start the bottom of the 8th, and a little rain has begun to fall.
Trust me, it's going to move right through. It's
wait a second. You said it wasn't going to rain at all.
This is a mirage. Thank you, Mr. H.
So this is not an oasis. It's just a mirage. Varvaro was the losing pitcher on Monday night's 11-inning Met victory. And he handles the chopper by Eric Young. That's the first out.
Now, Gary, you were talking about John Buck getting designated for assignment. Did you see that A.J. Brzezinski did?
Yes.
For the Boston Red Sox.
So you got a couple of veteran catchers out there and available now. A.J. is he's a lightning rod wherever he goes.
You know what, though? Every team he plays on wins. I mean, maybe not the Red Sox this year, but he's a winner. He's the guy that you don't like if you're playing against him. You do like if you're playing with him.
Curtis Granderson 1 for 3 tonight. SNY Super Slow Motion brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealers. Visit them on the web at searchmercedes.com. 1-1 to Granderson. So Irvin Santana went 7, allowed 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. The home run by d'Arnaud really spoiling his line after he and G battled at 1-1 through 6. One and 2 to Granderson. Mets upcoming schedule brought to you by Astoria Bank. 1 more game with the Braves tomorrow night, then 3 with the Marlins over the weekend, taking us to the All-Star break. Mets are in San Diego, Seattle, and Milwaukee coming out of the break. Granderson lifts one to center, playable for B.J. Upton. 2 out. Well, Henry Mejia is getting ready in the Mets bullpen. Mejia had the night off last night. Mets have been concerned about overworking him, but he's ready for the save chance tonight. He'll have the heart of the batting order for the Braves: Freeman, Justin Upton, and Hayward coming up. Here's Murphy. Another 2-hit night for Murphy, a single and a double. 5 for 13 in this series with 3 extra base hits. Dylan G, 7 innings plus, in line for the win. Allowed just 1 run and 6 hits. Curveball from Varvaro sits high. G, with his 7 terrific innings tonight, lowers his season ERA to 2.56.
That's a nice number.
He'd be up among the league leaders if he had enough innings. It's going to be hard to catch up, though, after missing 2 months. 1-1 to Murphy. Gecko contemplating showers. Ooh, that's an installation at moment.
That's very good.
Two and 1 to Murphy. Keith, it's still raining.
I understand.
Yeah.
But it's just very, very minimal.
I can feel the panic over here, to tell you the truth.
It's sparse.
Belies his words.
Not to worry. I got the map on it. Just a little tiny little blip.
Not a clump.
So what's a small clump? It's a small clump?
It's not even a clump.
Sub clump?
It's like a little, well,
like a clumpito?
it's like a little pimple.
That's all it is. Get the oxy out.
2-2 to Murphy. And takes the breaking ball down. Full count. Well, Terry Collins, Sunday night after the Mets beat the Texas Rangers, said these 4 games with the Braves would be huge. And the Mets are making the most of them so far. They pulled one out on Monday night. They overwhelmed the Braves last night. Got great pitching tonight. Geico Sports Night tonight after the postgame show. Chris Carlin is on. So is Mello.
Oh, I agree.
Leave us alone.
Really? Go away.
Three-two. Sharply down to third, and Johnson handles it. Barbaro has a 1-2-3 bottom of the eighth. Now it's off to Mejia land for the ninth inning. That's up 4-1. His selection to his first All-Star game. You can purchase 2 tickets for just $28. Get it? 28, Murph's number. For games through Sunday, that includes Free Shirt Friday, the Huey Lewis postgame concert Saturday, and Family Sunday. To get your savings, go to Mets.com/Murphy. Around the Majors brought to you by Cadillac. Albert Pujols, 2-run homer, bottom of the 7th, his 20th of the year. Angels beat the Blue Jays 8-7. Paul Goldschmidt, 2-run double, bottom of the 10th. And the Diamondbacks overcome Miami 4-3. Troy Tulowitzki, 2 home runs, including 1 on the bottom of the 8th. And the Rockies beat the Padres 6-3. 20 home runs for Tulowitzki as well. Henry Mejia on to try and save it for New York.
Well, here's the numbers for Henry. He had the night off last night, but a true save chance here with the 3-run lead.
Oh, there you go.
Making that lollipop last. Don't bite it. Freddie Freeman, a rare 0 for 3 against the Mets tonight. Freeman, Justin Upton, and Jason Hayward in the top of the 9th against Mejia, who fires a fastball for a strike. Dylan G, 7 innings plus, 1 run, 6 hits, stands to be the winner. Vic Black faced 3 batters, got 3 outs, and now Mejia bidding for the save. Henry went an inning and a third on Monday night, gave up a run on 3 hits. Oh, 0-2 to Freeman. Upton on deck. 0-2. Struck him out. 94 gas. 1 out.
Again up in the strike zone, Keith.
And I like the fact that he's got that, even though it's got that slider spin, it stayed straight. He's got a really, if he can perfect that 4-seamer, that would make him so effective.
So 1 out and nobody on. Now Justin Upton, who had a broken bat single his last time up, 1 for 3 on the night. Mets trying for their 4th straight win. The Braves on the verge of their 4th straight loss after winning 9 straight. Strike 1 to Upton. Meanwhile, the Nationals lead in Baltimore 6-2 in the 8th. So if everything stays the way it is, the Nats would go a game in front of the Braves.
Gary.
Keith.
Stopped raining.
So happy for you. 0-2 to Upton. I don't ever want you to be wrong, Keith. Jason Hayward, the next batter. Justin is 3 for 4 with 2 home runs against Henry Mejia. Henry got him out on a long fly ball on Monday night. 1-2. One-two. Curveball fouled off. Let's answer our Verizon trivia question. 2 pitchers to save 20-plus games against the Mets without blowing a save.
Ah.
Wow.
Randall Kay. Revenge. James Brown. Big payback.
By the way, Smoltz also got some wins against the Mets.
Yeah, he did.
Made his debut against the Mets back in '88. 1-2 pitch. Line into center, and Upton gets the measure of Mejia again. He's now 4 for 5 with 2 home runs against Henry. Upton's 2nd hit of the night.
Well,
Down.
if you're going to go up and in against Upton, you're in good shape. Down, you're in trouble.
So Justin Upton aboard with 1 out. The 7th Atlanta hit. Jason Hayward, who was stymied tonight by Dylan G. 0 for 3, 2 ground balls and a strikeout. Braves need 1 more base runner to get the tying run to the plate in the 9th. Duda will play behind Justin Upton. And Hayward goes after that low fastball. 0-1. Hayward 4 for 12 in this series. Up the middle. Has Tejada. And the Braves have 2 men on. So Hayward sneaks one through the middle for his 1st hit of the night. And all of a sudden the Braves will get the tying run to the plate in the 9th.
Good pitch. Ronnie down and away.
You scoot that over a little bit, you got a double play, but he hit it where they ain't.
Second one tonight that has just gotten past Tejada's glove up the middle. So Dan Warthen out for a conversation. Chris Johnson in the 5th inning hit one to the fence in left field that Bobby Abreu caught. Johnson not really a home run hitter, but he's got 3 this year.
But the last time he faced Mejia, he hit it off the center field wall, off the orange line.
So a big batter here for Mejia. He struck out Freeman to start the inning, but now back-to-back hits to Upton and Hayward, and it's just not going to come that easily. Johnson is 0 for 3 tonight, including that long fly ball that he hit in the 5th. 2 for 11 in this series, and one of those 2, that scorcher against Mejia. And he takes a low ball 1. Jordan Walden on the left, Craig Kimbrell on the right. Braves would have to score 4 in this inning to get Kimbrel in the game. Upton at second, Hayward at first with 1 out. And Johnson takes the breaking ball inside, 2-0.
Crossed him up, crossed d'Arnaud up. That is not what he called. Watch how he reacts to this pitch. He's ready for the express. Gets the local.
Whoa.
Folks, I can't express to you how difficult that is to do.
Now Mejia behind on Johnson, 2-0. Popped it up. Does Duda have room? Murphy comes over, and Duda makes the catch with Murphy right on his back, and that's the second out.
That was just Darwinian right there. Just, Murph, you're not making this play.
Murph was calling for it. I'm not sure Duda ever did, but the taller man with the larger glove made the catch. We're fortunate he didn't get a forearm across the chops. Has to readjust his cap and everything. So now it's Tommy La Stella. The kid from Closter, New Jersey, is 2 for 3 tonight. Twice has singled up the middle. Upton at second, Hayward at first, 2 down. Braves down to their final out. And La Stella watches one go to the backstop, and that moves the runners to second and third.
Well, not good fundies by d'Arnaud here. Complete backhand. No attempt to smother the ball. That's not the time to be doing that. It's a wild pitch.
Was he crossed up again?
He's crossed up again, Keith. That's why he's talking to him again. He's crossed up again. Maybe Henry's having a hard time seeing the signs. I don't know.
Well, he's going to go down here. He's not going.
That's a late reaction to me for a catcher. If you call a first pitch curveball, you're ready for something that could be a bad pitch. And you wouldn't be talking to your pitcher that long.
That's a wild pitch charge to Mejia. 1-0 to La Stella. That's a strike. 1-1. The Braves tonight are 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Tomorrow night, final game of the series. We'll be with you at 6. Atlanta 4 for 30 in this series with runners in scoring position. Mets trying to make it 3 for 3. And now it's 1-2, and the Braves are down to their final strike. To Tommy La Stella. And just got a piece of it. Knocked d'Arnaud over backwards.
Well, d'Arnaud was going to make sure this didn't get by him.
I was going to say no cross up there.
And you see him cringe. He's worried about that follow through on the swing having been clocked by Soriano earlier this year, resulting in a concussion.
Travis, by the end of the year, I think his Spanish is going to be pretty good.
That or Mejia's English.
Well, very good.
Henry's English is pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
He and Familia both. Upton at third, Hayward at second. Mejia 1 strike away. In the dirt, and d'Arnaud gets the chest protector on that one to let it settle in front of him. 2-2.
Is that a changeup at 90 miles an hour? Yes, it was. 55 feet.
2-2. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. Henry Mejia puts on the finishing touches for Dylan G. The Mets have taken the first 3 of the series from the Braves, and for the first time in 361 days, the Mets have a 4-game winning streak as they beat the Braves tonight 4-1.
What an effort by Dylan G in this ball game, coming off the disabled list and throwing some of the sharpest 7 innings he has all year long. The save from Mejia. Outstanding starting pitching has been the theme of this series so far, but some timely hitting, Keith.
Well, only 6 hits from the Mets, and that 3-run 7th was a lot of good hitting there. Duda particularly advancing the runner, leadoff double by Wright on great hustle, and then of course the hanging slider that Darno hit for a 2-run shot that pretty gave the Mets the bulge they needed. Their 6th home run.
Mets made the most of their offense tonight. Only 1 runner left on base as they beat the Braves 4-1. For every Mets win, the Mets Foundation is proud to contribute $2,500 to the Cats Women's Hospital and the Cats Institute for Women's Health. For more information, visit northshorelij.com/KIWH. This win brings the total contribution so far this season to $105,000.
Yeah.
Mets beat the Braves again 4-1, and Steve Gelbs is standing by with Travis d'Arnaud.
Thanks, Gary. Travis, another win, another home run for you. At the plate right now, the way you're going, what's the confidence level when you step into the batter's box?
I feel good. I got my mind at ease, and I'm just keeping everything simple.
What about the offense in general? You're coming on, Duda's coming on, Tejada's coming on. Does it feel like the team is finally coming together offensively?
Yeah, showing up to the park's fun, and playing baseball's fun right now.
Dylan G, first start back from the DL. Could you ask for anything more?
No, he was tremendous today, and we're really happy to have him back.
What was specifically working for him tonight?
Everything.
Is there any level of surprise with just how good, just how sharp he was off the first start?
I wouldn't expect anything less.
This team right now, 3 straight against the Braves, 5 wins in 6 home games, which you talked about as a huge homestand. How good is the vibe in this clubhouse right now?
We're all having a lot of fun and just having fun showing up here, that's for sure.
Travis d'Arnaud, congratulations. Thanks.
Thanks, brother.
Gary, back to you.
All right, thanks, Steve, and thanks, Travis. A big hero in the Mets' 4-1 win tonight. He hit his 6th home run, and the Mets have taken the first 3 of this 4-game series from the Braves, their first 4-game winning streak of the season, with Mejia celebrating and the Mets winning 4-1. More coming up from Citi Field in a few moments.